Oh my god, Roman, those are like turtles that are connected to each other.
Why is there a turtle on top of it?
Oh my god.
But how's it real?
It's real. Look, this one too. This turtle's merged with another turtle.
How is it
That's because
real?
they're clipping, Roman. That's clipping. So we're clipping IRL. Welcome to the Otis Family Route 66 trip. We're on day 5, and that means we're all in Missouri from St. Louis all the way to Springfield. It also means we're hitting some of the world's largest roadside attractions, a Buc-ee's Challenger to the Throne, a bunch of deep holes, which somehow takes us through Uranus, and finally, another minor hotel scare. Get your kicks with us as we take Route 66 on day 5. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed from a horrific night before, please check out day 4 for our Bedbug Hotel Nightmare Extravaganza. Now, allow me to introduce the world's largest ketchup bottle. I'm going to read this straight from the catsupbottle.com website. The world's largest catsup bottle stands proudly next to Route 159, just south of downtown Collinsville, Illinois. This unique 170-foot tall water tower was built in 1949 by the W.E. Caldwell Company for the G.S. Supperger Catsup bottling plant, bottlers of Brooks' Old Original Rich and Tangy Ketchup. Next was a good little nugget we discovered by sight off of the freeway. If I haven't mentioned it before, we absolutely adore Buc-ee's, and we know we're gonna hit one on this trip. However, we had no idea we would find a Buc-ee's competitor, known as Wally's. Now, I thought Wally's was like Walmart's answer to Buc-ee's. I mean, Buc-ee's is a beaver, Wally's is a bear. It all had that cartoony branding like it had been here forever. I thought Wally's was like a shortened version of Walmart. It turns out I was wrong. Wally's, founded in 2020 by cousins Michael Rubenstein and Chad Wallace, combined their expertise in real estate, logistics, and gas station operations to create a unique travel center experience. But that aside, this place was easily a dyed Buc-ee's. It's about a third to half the size of some of their larger locations. It divides itself into similar sections of self-branded goods, snacks, food, and that massive convenience store vibe with drinks and chips. While it lacks Buc-ee's iconic fudge, it does have jerky by the pound, fresh barbecue sandwiches, popcorn, and thoughtful branded goods. Not a slouch as far as massive traveler centers go, but when compared to the best, sometimes your arms are too short to box with God. Definitely a great place to stop by, but if you keep making comparisons, you might be disappointed. Beyond that, we traveled to the Meramec Caverns in Stanton. What I truly appreciated about the marketing of the Meramec Caverns was the sheer volume of billboard advertising. If you didn't know about it before entering Missouri, you'd sure know about it after. The folks at Meramec bludgeon you with sign after sign so relentless and creative that you have no quarter to resist. By the time you roll into Stanton, it feels like they've drilled into your very soul. You've been conditioned to visit. You had no choice. But to be fair, they didn't disappoint with all the activities you can participate in. A riverboat ride, a kids climbing adventure area, gold panning, food, snacks, souvenirs, and of course, the premier attraction, the Meramec Caverns. Now, the Meramec Caverns span 4.6 miles of limestone caves formed over millions of years. During the Civil War, the caverns were used to produce saltpeter for gunpowder, with operations allegedly sabotaged by Confederate guerrillas, including Jesse James. As you walk through, you'll see the famous wine table, a rare calcite formation, and hear stories of how the caverns became a tourist destination in 1935 under Lester B. Dill, who even invented the bumper sticker to advertise them. Now, I always thought going into a cavern required a deep elevator, but because Meramec's entrance is at the base of a cliff, you kind of start out far underground without any of the effort. A fairly relaxed stroll with an engaged tour guide, the caverns are a wondrous attraction that doesn't cause feelings of claustrophobia and doesn't require you to spelunk. This privately owned cavern does benefit from avoiding those pesky preservation rules and has sound effects, visuals, dramatic lighting, and well-built handrails to ensure you don't die. Lastly, the folks at the Meramec thought it made sense to end the walk with a God Bless America video presentation displayed with light and colors onto their massive stalactite walls. It might be corny, but what is America if not just obscene miles of corn? If you're in Missouri, make the trip. If you're near Missouri, make the trip. Just make the trip. It was one of the real highlights of visiting the Cavern State. Next, we swung by the Route 66 Red Rocker in Fanning, a towering 42-foot, 4-inch tall rocking chair, originally erected on April 1st in 2008 by Danny Sanazzaro to attract customers to his archery and feed store. Designed by John R. Bland and constructed by Joe Medwick, the chair weighs 27,500 pounds and features 31.5-foot long rockers. Initially certified by the Guinness World Records as the largest rocking chair, there. It was later secured to prevent safety hazards. Although surpassed in size in 2015, it remains a notable Route 66 landmark, now promoted as the world's largest rocking chair on Route 66. Onward, we stopped at the Totem Pole Trading Post in Rolla, Missouri, one of the oldest continuously operating businesses on Route 66, dating back to 1933. While the shop had a lot of history and charm, we noticed they were still selling Confederate flag merchandise. While we understood why that might be normal in a shop like that, after picking up a t-shirt, we hightailed it out of there. Update. As of this video's postings, we've learned that the trading post is set to close in September of 2024, following the retirement of its longtime operators Tim and Alice Jones. After nearly 90 years of history, it's bittersweet to see a Route 66 landmark like this come to an end, even if we didn't personally stay too long. And now we move on to our final and most exciting stop on today's trip, Uranus, Missouri. Formerly a strip mall with a strip club, adult boutique, and a venue called Cap'n Poopy's, entrepreneur Louis Keene purchased the property in 2002. Now this place is an amazing tongue-in-cheek roadside attraction featuring a buttload of puns, double entendres, and toilet humor to roll your eyes back so hard they will pop out. But man, is it charming. The Uranus Sideshow Museum is a one-of-a-kind attraction that brings the world of historic sideshows and circuses to life. With over 100 exhibits, visitors can marvel at oddities like live two-headed animals, Fiji mermaids, shrunken heads, unicorn skulls, and even a two-headed bull shark. The museum is always expanding, offering live animals, a magic shop, and the second largest personal collection of sideshow curiosities in the world. After this museum, we hit the Fudge Factory, the general store, grabbed a drink at the brewing company, and a snack in an air-conditioned double-decker bus. And that isn't everything. Live performers, mini-golf, escape rooms. Uranus is stuffed with unlimited activity. Please make sure to let your family explore Uranus. Before our hotel, we were able to swing by my wife's favorite Midwest Mexican fast food, Taco John's, for potato olays. We don't have these in California, and I think the furthest east you can go, it's just too far for a road trip, so it was surprising to find this on the way there. While we didn't get any footage, we did stop by two more notable locations. One was the historic Munger Motel in Lebanon, and grab a meal at the iconic Steak and Shake. Still sore from our experience in Caseyville, I was once again terrified to learn that our next hotel had water main issues that were so bad, the city had requested the hotel to boot all guests and cancel any existing reservations. Immediately, I had hotel room PTSD, but miraculously, we discovered the well-reviewed Greenstay Hotel, which had a pool. The other hotel was a bust. We found one in short notice, and it's a really nice hotel. It has a pool. It's like 92 degrees. I think Lisa's up there somewhere. Anyways, we're gonna use the pool. Roman's already in the pool, so it's party time. The room was a level of luxury we hadn't experienced the entire trip, and the pool was a welcomed relaxation. This would end our 5th day on the road. After 200 miles, we were able to get plenty of rest and be prepared for our next day going from Missouri to Oklahoma. You're gonna want to keep an eye out for the next episode because we finally make it to a Buc-ee's. Listen, I'm just as guilty as the next person for watching videos and moving on, but as a small-time content creator myself, your ability to click and like, subscribe really helps others find this video. On top of that, your comments not only help me know you enjoy it, but it encourages other viewers to chime in and create a wonderful conversation. I appreciate you all, and we'll see you on day 6 of the Route 66 adventure.